check how we're doing, and I believe we are live. Nice. Checking out the best channel there is on the internet, Unrested. Actually, all I'm gonna do is wait till my chat goes live, and then, yeah, there we go. All right. And I believe we are live. Did a great job capturing my own talk while I'm also recording. Great job, Scott. All right, popping out that chat. Now, look what I'm doing right here. You see how I'm popping this out? I'm bringing it around. Oh, actually, you can't see. It just looks like a mouse to you, but I'm dragging it over. I got to shrink this thing down. Ikram, what's up, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you around again, man. It's going to be a pretty chill, relaxed night tonight. I think we're just going to mostly hang out and talk all things Japan or just whatever is on you guys' mind. Maybe some gameplay will be involved, but gaming will not be the focus tonight. I just want to give this night to the viewers to just chat about anything they want to chat about. Look at this crazy setup I got right here. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Crazy. All right, Boris, welcome to the stream, bud. Good to see you too, man. All right, we're going to go ahead and get our chat captured so we can throw that onto the stream. I'm still trying to figure out a better way to capture this so that it shows up automatically. I have almost every setting saved now, but I haven't figured out a way to permanently save a chat window. Nonetheless, I can do it. All right. Is that the right one? No, I don't think so. Match title. Oh, I see what it did. That's it. Okay. Now we just got to shrink that thing down. Holy cow, it showed up big tonight. My goodness. Oh, perfect fit. Oh, I love this new frame I made. Very proud of this customized frame. All right, all right, all right. This is great. All right. Are you in the States now? Currently, I am in the States. I will be back in Japan in May. I pretty much hover between the two now. Miss Japan. Okay with living in America. The pay is much better in America than it is in Japan right now. As you may know, the Japanese economy is flailing. But the hard part is I miss my family, dude. I miss my wife and my eldest son. That's the rough part. That's the big trade. So eventually we're going to figure out a permanent plan and have them probably come over here too. But until then, so sad, too bad, Unrested. All right. I think we can close this off. Boink. And I would just like to have something chill going right now. I'm thinking of doing a really, really relaxed, very slow, methodical Phasmophobia dip. What do we got? The banner works so well. Has that gritty true crime / horror aesthetic from your OG? Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Man, I wish I knew who made. Someone actually, I took the picture that you see, but someone like photoshopped it to make it like look more gritty and like creepy. If I could ever find who did that, I want to just say thanks again, man. I mean, this photo is like it's immortal, it's infinite. It works for like everything I do, Osorochi, like still to this day. And I think they made it all the way back in like 2013. Can you turn it down just a little bit, bud? I know. When you get a break, it's okay. He's in the middle of some hardcore dungeon crawling in Minecraft. He plays a Japanese server that has like its own little dungeons and all this stuff going on. All right. Oh, by the way, I did have some viewers hit me up about the Kaizen server that is between me playing it and it's my friend running it from Japan. He did change the server IP, so you would have to go check out Kaizen. Let me just type it in. Kaizen Worlds Minecraft. Just type that in to the to Google search. It'll come up to his website, and that'll give you the exact. I don't know if it's numbers or letters right now. Um, I actually have connection to that via my Discord. So if you are on there and try to contact me, I will try to catch it. Speaking of Discord right now, I am in the middle of reworking the members Discord. Um, I know people have asked for a viewers Discord. I did run into a little bit of drama last time I tried to start one of those. So I did not um, restart a viewers one. Um, I'm trying to figure out something else to do, like some other way. I guess the biggest thing I need is if I start it up again, number one, there needs to be an exclusivity for members, whereas members will have like voice chat Discord, and viewers would be able to stick to the text. And of course, members would have the priority first. And I would have to have like a serious moderator. And I feel bad asking somebody to do that because sometimes it can be like a full-time job and I just don't have the money to pay somebody to do that. But when I figure it all out, I will. All right, what do we got? Horse kick. Does Japan have labor unions? For example, Costco employees being unionized? Yes, within certain industries. For example, the taxi industry has a very strong union. Hence, you have barely seen any Uber in Japan yet. Apparently, it is starting up finally in Okinawa, most likely due to the influence of the U.S. military there, probably allowing it to come into work. But aside from Uber Eats, you do not have a chance to do Uber Drive, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, I'm trying to open up some food here. I have not eaten anything all day, so please forgive my chomp, chomp, chomp. Um, yeah, so definitely, 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 there is unions in Japan. Um, there was a guy out in Osaka who tried to start a teachers union, but it never really took off. It never really, like, you had to pay a membership and there wasn't really any benefits aside from if you were angry, other teachers would be angry with you. So that was the downside. Like I know there was like I think it was like $40 a month or something like that to join, and it just like it didn't like I think unions usually like if you have to like picket or like protest or like strike, then the union pays your salary during that time if I'm correct. There was no such thing like that. There wasn't any kind of like health insurance or anything that could. It was just kind of like we'll be angry with you and maybe we'll try to tell the news that your job is being malicious. All right, let me just say hi to some of the more people. Horse Kick, welcome. Chib, well, welcome. Alejandro, welcome back as always. Dan, what is Japan's favorite color? Red for all the red tape that they like to have whenever you try to get anything done. Um, no, I don't. What is Japan's favorite color? Um, no, probably actually not red because they're very anti-China, so they're probably not a massive red fan. Um, I heard employees haven't gotten a raise. Yes, you are correct, Horse Kick. Raises have not gone up in many, 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 many years. I mean, hence, you guys know when I started teaching in Japan, it was back in 2007. By the time I left, it was salaries were actually lower for teachers by the time I left. I started there making about $2,000 a month. Um, if I worked the night shift at Nova, it went up to 3,000 a month, which was actually pretty decent pay for that time, considering how low cost everything was. But inflation has continued to soar. Taxes have continued to soar. When I got there, there was no tax on anything you bought in stores, and there's 10%. Sorry, what? Yeah, yeah, Maki, I'm talking about when I got back there in 2007. Yeah, 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 yeah. But you're totally right. Yes, my son called me out right away. He said, "No, there's tax in Japan. Yeah, there's 10% tax on everything now." Talk about inflation. Everything is 10%. Yeah, it's insane. Once in a while, they have like a back to school, school clothes, no taxes. Hey, 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 yeah. But you're buying the same uniform anyway, so I don't know how that helps. Um, have you seen that horror film where they put the red tape around doorways? Apparently, some kind of superstition in Japan. Yeah, holy crap, what is that? Oh, it's for it's a cryptid. Well, I don't know if you want to call it a cryptid or urban legend or it's not a yokai, I don't think, but it's called Girl of the Gaps. And Girl of the Gaps is like this onryo, which is a female angry ghost that haunts the gaps in between stuff in your house. It actually is pretty creepy. Like there's like stories of like long black hair coming out between little cracks between furniture and stuff like that. Girl of the Gap, and you put the red tape in between the gaps to close those up so she can't haunt you. God, what movie did I see where it kept getting worse and worse and worse? Where like the person's entire red tape. Man, I just saw that movie like I think last year. I can't remember what it's called. Crevices, Creature of the Crevices. Oh, this is a better name. Crevice does sound better. By the way, welcome back, Dub Man. Always glad to see you here. Dan W, is it worth working in Japan anymore? Given the declining economy, I am not talking about a fun year abroad or something. Um, my quite frank and honest advice is at this time, if you want to be employed as an English teacher at Kiowa, which is like English conversation, work for one of these like Kiowa companies like GABA, Nova, um, who else is left? Aon? I would say absolutely not. You are going to be struggling. If you want to live there long term and be comfortable, I would say look into another industry, even though that's not easy and would require you to probably have like business level Japanese. So, um, of course, like if you got like a bunch of savings and you wanted to see if you can make it for a year, or like you plan on expanding your career path by mastering the Japanese language and reaching out into other venues, maybe go for it. But just realize like you're going there with, it's like you're going there with one of your hands tied behind your back. Like, um, expediting any sort of raise or better pay or higher position is nearly impossible in almost all avenues of English teaching these days. You are a number that can be replaced with a college kid who shows up for like 6 months to a year to just have fun living in Japan. So we're pretty expendable at this point. And the worst part is Japan is in such a recession and dealing with such high inflation that English, which is considered more of a luxury rather than a primary education, is not really being sought after as much. Um, the Olympics are far behind us now. They're not coming anytime soon, so there's no motivation to learn it for that. And it is not really a time that many people are searching for work abroad, although that may change if it continues down this path of weak yen, high inflation, high taxes, and low pay. Maybe at that point, some people will get a little more serious about learning fluent English. I don't mean to be like a gloomy Gus about it, but yeah, honestly, I could never imagine trying, like, especially like if you're my age, like if you're in your 40s, or especially if you have a family, don't try to go there and like raise a family. You're going to be living in cardboard boxes and eating scraps of rice left behind at Family Mart. It would not be survivable. Benjimono Jamin. Hey, welcome to the stream, bud. Hey, Unrested, how you doing, man? I'm doing pretty good. It is Friday night, and I am very happy it is. The only bad news I have is my house needs repairs after the storm. I thought I was totally clean and clear and in the safe, but apparently, according to the mortgage company that I have, um, I need to have every single tie down galvanized. Now, I'm saying this stuff and I don't even quite understand what that means. I have to have all my tie downs galvanized. I have to have my entire undercrawl. No longer can have crisscross bricks anymore. It needs to be flush so that it can have zero rodent entrance, which I understand, but also sucks because I bought it this way. And I am having to spend about $5,000 to have that entire bottom part of my house rebuilt. So, every little bit I can do to get just a penny more from YouTube, man, I am trying my best, man. I am trying my best because that is going to take a massive hit to my savings. Um, right now, the only good thing is that home mortgages are interest wise being lowered. So I'm remortgaging my house to get a 2% drop in my interest that I'm paying, which is fabulous. But to do so, I have to follow all these state codes to have it go through. And after this storm, I found out I have a bunch of stuff that doesn't meet state codes. So to push it through, I have to pay a ton of money to try and save money. It feels like an oxymoron if I do say so myself. And then I've got closing costs coming up, which are another $6,000. So I'm going to be like penniless by the time all this goes through. All my savings gone to the wind. And for what? To pay Florida's outrageous house prices right now. 40s, yeah, Parker, I'm in my 40s. I'm 45 years old. I know I have fooled you with my clean cut, dry, good looks, but I'm in my mid 40s. I'm going to do a video soon about how I live. Like I've adapted a lot of stuff from living in Japan while I'm in the States, that has kept me feeling and looking young. And just kind of, I've changed around my house. Like when I bought this house, like I remodeled it to have more of a Japanese feel to it. And I know there's people interested in like incorporating more Japanese aspects to their life, like more just Eastern influence in general. So I'm going to do eventually a walkthrough of like how I've restructured everything here, how I've simplified my life, not gone like ultra minimalist, but you know, eating habits, exercise habits, you know, work habits, everything. I'm just going to go through it and kind of show you what my daily routine is. And I mean, because Japan has really, I didn't realize it till I moved back to the States, but people are like, "Oh, that's very Japanese of you." I'm, "Oh, okay. I didn't even think about that." All right, let me just make sure I'm giving everybody a hello there. All right, we got me viewer 2. I saw a current movie named Long Legs, and it's a soft religious horror. I watched that whole movie. I thought it was good, but most people thought the end was not good. I would agree with those people who would say the end was not good. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's worth watching. It's good. But the ending is kind of like true crime horror. Just joking, occult weirdness, which I mean, it's fine, but like, oh, got a message. Looks great. Okay, thank you, Dad. My dad just told me my new painting looks really good. I showed you guys, I posted it on my community posts. So if you wonder what I'm talking about, you can check out my newest painting there. I just hung it up in my bedroom. It's matching everything so perfect. Very happy with it. El, El Mikel, am I saying that right, bud? ELL? What made you leave the US and start a family? I think it's super cool. Just wondering how that happened for you. Are your kids fluent in both languages? Wow, you've asked an epic question. Quite frankly, it's like quite a long story. I mean, most people here probably heard this before. I'll go through it just to, um, I do have like a lot of new subscribers recently, which shocks me. I've been like a dead channel for like, I don't know how many years. And then recently I got a bunch more. So first of all, thank you for joining. But second of all, let's start from the beginning. I tried to be a teacher right out of college. and the market was absolutely saturated. It's not like it is now where they're desperate for teachers in America. I could not get a job to save my life. I worked as like a part-time art teacher for a small Episcopalian after school, and it didn't really pay livable wages. I mean, great place. They treated me super nice, awesome people. It just wasn't like a full-time gig, and I was looking to become a full-time art teacher. Just I would have been full-time any teacher at that point. Um, and I just had some friends who also graduated who just came back from Japan, and two of them just came back, and I had heard about it, and I called them up. I called them up and was like, "Hey, I heard you were able to do like, what did you do to do this?" And so they pretty much gave me um, the whole rigmarole. Apply here, talk to these people, and I went for Nova, and that is a small English conversation company. Well, I say small. It's small now, but it used to be a massive school until they went bankrupt and closed everything. Um, so I did what they said, and I did ask them though. I said, "Why are you back in 1 year?" And they're just like, I felt weird. People kept staring at me or would like point and laugh and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, man. But in my mind, I was like, I bet I can last more than 1 year. And that was my only plan. Teach, last more than 1 year. That's it. I got there. First 3 months, the company I worked for went bankrupt. I had to learn how to do everything myself. Um, Speak, eat, breathe, and sleep Japanese to get an apartment, get a new job, file my taxes. It was rough, but I learned a lot kind of on a crash course, and I made it past my first year. By the time I finished my first year, I had come over with about 60 teachers, and it was me and two other teachers left. That was it. I was the only people that had survived that first year. I would say even within the first 3 weeks, a lot of people just quit and went back. They couldn't handle it, mostly because I think like during that time, there wasn't a lot of great advice. This is 2007, by the way. There wasn't a lot of great advice about living in Japan. There was like these really outdated things that people would talk about. There's people who came over there for kind of the wrong reasons. For example, like, not that there's anything wrong with being into manga or anime, but going over there because you're excited about manga and anime and you think you're going to make like a bunch of Japanese friends who also love it, it's not going to happen. You will maybe eventually after you like build long-term relationships, but just most Japanese barely have time to even enjoy a series or show or like they're working all the time. I don't think people realize how much Japanese people work all the time. You'll realize it the first time you ever set up a hangout with one. You'll be like, dude, what are you doing? We should hang out soon. And they're like, hold on. Take out this giant daily planner. In 3 months, on August 27th at 3 p.m., we can hang out. And you're just like, what? I meant like this weekend, bro. And they're like, oh, no, 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 no. You're very funny, but no. And you're just like, oh, because you're just working 24/7, dude. Holy cow. Um, Back on topic, tangent aside. I made it past those first year. Second year was rough. Second year is when you hit the wall. You realize the honeymoon is over. Everything's not exciting, new, fresh, wonderful, pleasant. Um, you realize this is my life now. I am living here, and you've got to figure out immigration, figure out your taxes, figure out finding a job, um, maybe even figure out how to drive a car and get your license too if you want to do that if you live in the countryside. So this was the struggle to make it long term. I made it past the first 2 years, and if you can make it past 2 years, I think you can probably live in Japan forever. Um, After those first 2 years, though, I did date. I did, of course, date around Japan, as I was a single 27-year-old man. Um, and oh, hey, me viewer too. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Much appreciated at this time. Better time than ever, man. Thank you so much. At the Goksei level too. Very, very happy to see that. I appreciate it, man. Get ready for every Sunday. You're going to get an extra video. That's member based only. Okay, so back on topic. So I made it past those, and then I dated around for a while, of course, just like a normal young man would. And I met a keeper, my wife. Um, by far the most intelligent, well put together, great head on her shoulders woman I had ever met in my life. And I was just like, this is the one. By that time, I was almost 30, and I knew when I got close to 30, I was like, it's time to settle down. Because one thing I did notice living in Japan is every once in a while, you'd go to a bar, or there'd be a club, and there'd be that like 50-plus-year-old guy who had just decided to keep living the young man's life of going out on the weekends and clubbing it up, being at bars and stuff like that. And they were doing the same stuff we were, like sitting down, being like, ladies, what's up? Oh my gosh. I just knocked over a shelf. I'm getting used to this new place. Wow. The good thing is I saved everything. It was just a wax candle skull, but I saved it before it hit. All right. Well, I think I'm actually going to leave that one out. Anyway. Um, every once in a while you'd hit up a club or a bar and you'd see a guy doing the same thing as you, being like, ladies, what's up? And, it would be girls who were like my age at the time, early 20s, late 20s, mid 20s. And they'd be like, oh, kimochi warui, oh, kimoi, like just like, oh, gross. Like, yeah, like what, not that there's anything wrong with going to bars or clubs when you're 50, but, trying to be a player to, girls half your age, in the nightlife of, really, I mean, it's really flashy. It's really, ritzy. It's really fashionista, avant-garde when it comes to hitting the clubs up. Well, at least with Osaka or Tokyo, I'd say. There's probably, Hoboken, Japan, where everybody's wearing, Jusco fashion, which is kind of like the Walmart of Japan. So I didn't want to be that guy. I didn't want to be like 50-year-old gaijin, the ladies. Hey. So I met her, most amazing woman I ever met, realized this is the one, got to settle down. And then first year we were married, had our first kid, knew we wanted to have at least one or two, probably at least two, maybe. So we had a kid, it was a boy, and we wanted to go for a girl too, did all this stuff that you're supposed to do, all these charts, had a second boy. What do you need, bud? You okay? Oh, my iPad? Oh, it's in my backpack. Yeah. Just pick it up, take it down slowly. Just don't let it crash to the floor. Can you get it off of there okay? It's pretty high up. You got it, bud? You okay? Did you get it off? It's okay if that white hook falls off. Don't worry about it. You got it? It's really high up there. I might have to help him. Oh, you got it. Nice. Okay. Good job, dude. It should be totally charged. But if it's not, let me know. I'll get you a charger. Sorry. I had my second son. Started living the Mama Charlie life, which means like you ride those bicycles that have like two seats on them and you're riding all around. Kept teaching, was teaching mostly like koikuen and yochien, which is like preschool and kindergarten. Raising two kids, and becoming a family man. Eventually realized I just wasn't getting paid enough by teaching gigs and opened my own school. It did great for 5 years. We had COVID, and that kind of slapped it pretty hard. After that, people stopped paying pretty much for luxuries again. Like English is a luxury. So my school was like last on the list. There's a bunch of different after schools people take, and English wasn't a high priority anymore. Juku, which is cram school, always takes priority over an English school because you don't need to pass English tests to get into college or high school or anything like that. Oh, wait. Do we T-Dog, thank you for becoming a member. Dang, man, you guys are awesome tonight. Holy cow. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you. All right, so got the whole family started. Got my kids at elementary school age. Their lives are kind of going in different directions. One kid loves the hardcore competition of Japanese schools, and it is hardcore. Imagine the most hardcore study-based curriculum of the highest advanced level in America with all AP classes, after school studying, after school tutors, and it would be complete trash compared to how hardcore Japan goes. Like we are talking, you go to school from 7:45 to 2:30, you finish a normal day of school, go to your second school, that's the Juku cram school, 3:30 to sometimes as late as 9:30. And yeah, you pack a dinner for your kid to eat there while they study. So 14 plus hours of just killing those books, man. My one son, he loved it. He loved it. My other son was not digging the Japanese way as well. On top of it, my school was kind of floundering. It was like up and down and up and down and up and down. So I was like, I need to bring in more dough. And the only way I'm seeing it right now is America pays way more for teachers than Japan does. And on the same topic, my youngest son was kind of leaning more towards a Western style education. Um, he had actually grown up going to YMCA, if you can believe it, for kindergarten and stuff. And I think that it just kind of like tracked him a little bit more down the Western path. And so my wife and I, we talked it out. We were like, all right, here's a long-term plan. You're going to go there, set up a base. Also at the time too, there were some other reasons we wanted to set up a place in America. You've got one of the biggest earthquakes ever is scheduled to hit Osaka soon. Number two, tensions between China and Taiwan, not good. Three, North Korea launching random missiles. Four, tsunamis, not fun anymore. Never were. A lot of things where we're just like, what if we lose everything in Japan? Where do we run to then? So I came here about a year ago now, a little over a year ago now. Was shockingly able to grab a teaching job within the first 2 weeks, which Florida is desperate for teachers. That's probably why. Been loving where I work. Awesome people, awesome crew, amazing boss. Absolutely in love with it. Got to be an art teacher. Started as ELA, which is English language, but obviously my passion, art. And my principal she's awesome. She set me right on the course to get into full-time art teaching. Doing that now, still loving it. Was able to buy a house, which was, holy cow, was that a struggle. And now we've got a base here in America, and we actually own a house. Well, it's a condo. I usually buy your apartment out there. Whoa, 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 turn it down just a little, buddy. So we got that in Japan, condo in Japan, house in America. We both go between each one. I'm there during the summer. My wife comes here during the winter. It's been hard. I miss her dearly. I miss my oldest son too. Very hard to be away from them this long. But like things are good now. We've got our second base set up. Struggling a bit recently with the hurricane that just hit and now has to have my entire undercrawl rebuilt. So that's rough. But did I did I cover everything? Was that okay? I mean, there's obviously more um, benchmarks that I'd have to list in there to go through it more concisely. But I hope that kind of laid it out for you. Sorry, went off on that topic for a while, but me viewer did ask. I don't know who did ask. Holy cow! What made you L Mikel asked. So I have to answer every question with like a 30-minute plus response. It's better not to sugarcoat it. Yeah. I'm back handsome. Ooh, sorry about your house. T-Dog, you don't have to be sorry about anything. You're a member now. All right. Let me go through and catch up. Aaron, welcome back to the stream. So happy to see you here again. Love it when I see members here. I'm a lousy yank, but my friend Collins got me saying chaps now. Okay. Cool. Flow Rider, probably the best rapper name that's ever been created. Flow Rider. Like, what a genius name. Anyway, Dad rested. That's me, man. By the way, welcome, Ginger. Oh, I was about to call you Ginger Sheep. Ging Genghis Sheep? Is that like Genghis Khan? Ge- There's probably something I'm not figuring out. Dan, you want me to talk about Lex? I don't think the internet's ready for Ryzen Gaijin. The most epic vlogger that has ever lived. All 2 videos he made. Incredible. No. What's up, Mr. Boot? Welcome back. It was meant to be Ginger. Okay. Like I wanted to say that. Oh, I can see the S. Okay. Ginger sheep. I like it. Sounds like a Minecraft creature. Old dirty bastard. ODB. R.I.P. He was good. He was indeed good. All right. What else we got? Did I miss anything else? Didn't you make a series that described the full story of your life in Japan? I think it was called, the history of Unrested. It was called Unrestology. Probably I could update that, couldn't I? There's a lot of stuff like I have to update because so much stuff has changed. The worst is like I've got those really old visa, like how to get your visa to Japan. Like none of it's right anymore. All the visa rules have changed. Yeah, a lot of stuff has changed, man. Maybe I should do that. What do you guys think? Let me ask chat. Chat, should I do a whole new Unrestology and cover my whole epic journey from 2007 all the way up to 2024, 2025? Man, oh man, it has been quite the journey. No, the 50-year-old club made me think of Yeah, but the 50-year-old would also have to wear like um what's what is that clothing? God dang it, I can't remember. What's that clothing called where it had like a million studded diamonds and like silver writing and it was like avenged or something or like it's like all these people who have like one tattoo wear it all the time. And then like porcelain high tops look like high tops made out of porcelain and jinkos with studded diamonds all over them, which jinkos are cool. I used to wear them too when I used to be a skater, but I don't understand the whole like adding diamond studs and stuff like that. I don't know. I shouldn't talk trash. I'm sure he's the next Mr. Beast. Um, not tap out. Tap out's okay. Um, it's like I forget. It's one of those brands like where after someone gets like one tiny back tattoo, then they buy all that like tattoo shirts and everything like that, and they're like, "I'm hardcore into tattoos. I love the needle. Addicted to the ink." You should go back and get old clips as well. Wow, yeah, that's a good idea, actually, Aaron. Maybe I should, because I have got the footage. I've got the archive. You can do it, but I followed you since 2011 minimum, so I'm aware for the new ones. Maybe a good idea. Affliction, that's it. That's the one. Like, don't get me wrong, I had some Affliction shirts, but like when your whole clothing line is Affliction, it's like, okay, we get it. I don't think he even had any tattoos, did he? It seemed like J Vlogger died out for a bit and then streamers took over. Um, there's actually I got a couple people I'm watching recently. I don't know if I would call them J Vloggers. Hold on. Give me a second here. My phone is stuck. There we go. Okay, let's take a look. Who am I watching? There's this one guy I'm watching recently. He's really funny. It's called like he's like this 50-year-old man who's Japanese, and it's like 50-year-old man, midlife crisis. I hate how my job treats me. What's his name? Hold on. 50-year-old. I'm sure I can just find it by typing 50-year-old Japanese man. Yeah, here he is. Ask Japan. I highly recommend this dude. And if you do go over to Ask Japan, tell him Unrested sent you, okay? This dude is so blunt. Like
he does not like cut any corners. He gives you brass tacks on like everything about Japan. He's like, yeah, as far as Israel and Ukraine is concerned, we don't care. It has nothing to do with us. We don't care. It's just like, what? Like the people in the comments are like so angry. They're like, how can you not care? You're inhumane. And it's just like, well, like it really isn't a big topic on Japan's mind right now. Like they're struggling with their own recession and like inflation and taxes. And he'll just be like, also, if you come to Japan, we're not going to be your friend. We're not going to talk to you about manga or anime. Like, and people are super pissed off. Like, he just doesn't care, dude. This guy just tells it like it is, dude. I love it. And he's just like, I work all day, sucks. My life sucks as a salaryman. Being a salaryman is not cool. It blows. My family, I never get to see them. Don't know why I'm working all this time for a family and a house I pay for but never see. And it's just like, damn, damn. This guy's awesome. I love it. I love it. And then like his some of his videos are like so like they're like not haha funny but haha sad. Like my happiest moment of the day is just like him eating Doritos and cola, and you think like, oh, what big deal? That doesn't sound so depressing. In his closet with the door closed while his family's downstairs enjoying TV, and he's like, this is like the one moment of the day that I get some free time to myself. So I close the door to the closet and enjoy my hobby of making YouTube videos. They're just like, damn, dude, brutal. I love it. I love it. Yeah, you should watch his stuff. If you really want to hear like just straight hard facts about Japan, like he is on the job, man. He is cutting it hardcore, man. And there's some other um Blair, there's some I can't remember her name. Subscriptions. Her name's something like Flair or something. Oh, dang it. If I don't find it in just a little bit, I'm just going to give up. She made a video where it was like, I got fired in Japan. And I was like, oh, damn, that sucks, dude. But then I like heard what it was, and it was like she was on a work visa at some kind of like retail job. And like they laid her off because they didn't need all the workers. And it's like, well, wait, you didn't get fired. You got laid off. Just find another job. I mean, it sucks. I'm not like, um, I'm not happy to hear that, and I know it sucks because I've been laid off before. Um, but she she definitely made it seem like a lot more dramatic until I heard like the reasoning. It was just like, we have too many employees. I'm gonna have to let you go. Like, okay, that's not fired. Um, but I don't know. It's cool. It's a different situation. We can't get the working holiday visa in America. So like when you're there hardcore on a work visa. Um, so if you get fired during that, like that's rough because you can like lose your visa and you can have to struggle to find your next job and you don't have a safety net. That's the scary thing about living on your own in Japan. Will you claim your wife in your US taxes? Hell no. I can't do that, man. She's not an American citizen. She doesn't live with me. I can claim my sons because they both have American citizenship, but even if I claimed her, it would just be like, what do you mean? Like she has no like imprint. Um, but dude, having a kid in America, like the tax return you get, holy hell, thank you, America. You guys should see what taxes are like in Japan. Pay your city tax and your nature preserve tax. Watch that take a massive chunk out of your salary and get absolutely nothing. I've never gotten any kind of return back in Japan. Um, all right, all right. I'm in the garage smoking beep, I can't say it, and eating Doritos. Nothing wrong with that. His wife was mad at him not too long ago. Wait, who are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about Ask Japan? Yeah, dude. Ask Japan, dude, man. That man tells it how it is. He gives you all the nitty gritty. He'd be like, my wife very angry with me. I thought we have anniversary, but I not take it very seriously. Now she has left 5 hours. Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. That's rough. Oh, Ginger Sheep, you said man's living the salaryman dream. You almost got that right if you replace dream with nightmare. Um, okay, yeah, I was okay. And the next one he said, or is it the salaryman nightmare? I don't know, man. Like I could never work with like those guys work, dude. You know, props to them for their hardcore integrity, but dude, they go to work from like 7 a.m. to like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Hell no. And like their only like sabbatical is like drinking with their boss at the end of the day. Hell no. Uh-uh. No. There's don't get me wrong, there is some late ass nights working as a teacher. Like I have work today where I start at 7:30 a.m. and they have a school event and I'm not out of there till 10:30 at night. That's like maybe a handful of times each year. Not like day after day. Day after day, no wonder like men die way faster in Japan than women. And like it's always like blood pressure, heart problem, or mercury buildup from fish or something like that. Oh, poor salaryman. I don't know what his name is. It's just called Ask Japan. He must have a name. All right. What else we got? What else we got? Um, Death by overwork. Karoshi. Scott, have you seen the Junji Ito Uzumaki that has dropped? Episode 1 was sick. I have not watched that yet. I do need to watch. I'll catch up. But with me, though, I'm probably going to need to wait until the whole thing's finished. Because if I get a taste of something that I like, then it'll drive me insane if I only get to watch like an hour or 45 minutes. And I'm like, but what about the rest? I will be checking that out, though. It's going to be great, but of course it would. It's Junji Ito. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I've read recently of Junji Ito where I was like not so stoked was Censor, like his newest series. I couldn't like it wasn't bad. It wasn't like I wasn't like what the hell is this? Just wasn't. I always feel like he's cutting edge when it comes to horror. Like he comes up with an idea where you're like, no, oh, how did he think of? Oh my god! But with Censor, just kind of like, mm, all right. I mean, I guess. But like, I'm sure the next thing he comes out with is going to be like mind blowing. That dude's avant-garde when it comes to horror. Abroad in Japan has been killing it past 5 years. Props to him. His editing is awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah. Like he's a professional YouTuber, man. That guy knows what he's doing. He understands all the business analytics, everything that goes behind YouTube. That man is um he's got the mind for it. He's got the mind, the sense of humor, the charisma. He was built for YouTube, man. Um, I wish him all the best, dude. That guy's awesome. He's a nice guy too. Nice guy in real life. Um, yeah, I don't know. What was it about Censor? Like Censor wasn't bad. Like I wasn't like, what the hell? But like I read it and just felt very vanilla. Like I just kind of like, oh, well, I guess okay. And then I just put it away. I was just like, oh, that wasn't very memorable. You know, I don't know. I feel, I could be wrong, but I feel like Junji is at his best when he's killing it with short stories. There is that one, God, I can't remember the name offhand, where it was like the people wanted to commit group self deletion and they were all driving in a car together and they tried to do it, but it didn't work. So they were left with this kind of like after death superpower where it goes on and on and on. It was like a long series. I forget what it's called. Um, that one was really good. Like it kept getting more and more insane. Where I was just like, "What? There's like tiny glass balls coming out of their body that like they take and do stuff with, and they like sew another person's face onto another. But what is going on? This is crazy." But with Sensor, I was just kind of like, "Oh, all right, okay, well, I read it." uh, yeah, Tokyo Sam's still around. Oh, by the way, I should tell you guys about this. I need to give this guy a shout out. Um, all right, give me a second here. Oh, oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Open new window. Actually, you know what? How could I do this without messing up my chat? New window. How about that? There we go. That doesn't screw with it. Okay.
I'm gonna go to hold on, just give me a second here, guys. Oh, there it is. All right. It is a Japan Today article. I always get these mixed up. It might not be Japan Today, it might be Japan Times. Oh shoot. Hold on. Google wants to make sure it's really me signing into my own account. What do I need to check? My iPad. Okay, yes, it's me. Why would it be anybody else? All right. Cancel. All right. Oh my God, how many things are gonna make me go? I just want to get into my email. Not now. Well, can I just look at my email, please? Okay. I want to get you guys a link so you guys can see this article. He wrote a little bit of an article. Blah, 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 blah. All right, Japan Today. Newspaper article. All right, here's the link. He did not cover me in this one, although he did interview me for all these questions. He says it's going to continue on to another article where he may be able to talk about me. But he did list me in the group of YouTubers at the bottom. And oh wow, that didn't turn into a link at all. All right, well, copy and pasted. I thought it would turn into a link. Oh, and he asked me if my viewers could comment on there. If you could, that'd be awesome because at least, I followed through with what I said I would do. But they make it kind of a struggle to comment on there. You have to try to sign in through your Facebook account, which doesn't work at all. It just gives you this UI error. And the other thing you can do is make an account on there, which not a big fan of making accounts on random websites. If you make an account, though, you can comment on there. My advice is if you do go through all that trouble, just keep saying Unrested is the best. Why didn't you talk more about Unrested? Just don't be a troll. That's all I ask. Black Paradox. That's the one. That one's sick. Wait, what are you talking about? I have zero faith in Konami. I don't know. It's Chib. I'm gonna be frank about this. I think it's a real coin toss. Bloober team is working on it. I follow game stuff like hardcore. So I played probably I think almost every Bloober game except for Medium because Medium looks so boring. Layers of Fear 1, I liked it. I don't care what people say. Layers of Fear 1 fun. Layers of Fear 2, bore fest. Absolute bore fest. Could not understand why they made such a boring game. Observer, amazing. Probably by far their best game they ever made. Then Medium looks so boring, and its reviews were so bad that I was just like, I'm not gonna pick this up. This is like super watered down vanilla horror. And now they're doing Silent Hill 2 remake. They seem to be very adherent to feedback. So, for example, it looked like there was too much action. Like it was too easy to kill stuff and run around, just keep shooting everything like an FPS game. And people said that when the first trailer came out, and they were like, okay, we understand. You're right. It is too much action based right now. We're going to go back through, we're going to rework it. And I saw like their next trailer that came out, it was like this sort of clunky, janky, like hitting stuff with a piece of wood. And I was like, oh, welcome back. Silent Hill 2. This is more our style. I know some people are like pissed off about character design. Like, they're like, no, that one girl's face is too fat. And the other guy I forget what his name is, Billy or whatever, he's got the gun. He doesn't look right. And just, dude, let them. They can have a little bit of creative freedom on these characters. Like, piss off unless you've done 3D rendering or worked in Maya or Blender or whatever. Dude, chill out. Let them have a little bit of creative freedom. All right. Um, so I'm still up in the air about whether or not it's gonna be. I'm gonna buy it day one. Absolutely, I'm gonna buy it day one. I'm gonna stream it, and well, actually, I'm not gonna stream it the day it comes out because it's a Tuesday. I think it comes out on a Tuesday, which I don't understand why you would choose a Tuesday. You know, for you it was the worst day of your life. For me, it was a Tuesday. Um, I'll probably stream it the next Friday, and we will see. We'll judge it together, right? Right, everybody? But yeah, Konami, probably one of the most evil companies aside from like TEPCO and I don't know, Nintendo's lawyer side. I'm not a big fan. They have a series of gyms out there in Japan, and they are trash, absolute trash gyms. There's like no free weights. Everything is garbage machine-based hydraulics. You can't have any tattoos, and if they see any little bit of a tattoo on your body, you get kicked out, even when you've paid like a full like month's um, membership. I never got kicked out. I never joined, but I had a friend who had like just like a quarter size tattoo like on his shoulder here. And in the middle of changing his clothes, some old dude saw it and reported it to the Konami staff, and they kicked him out. He was pissed, man. All right, Mr. Boo, saying me and oldest play it when we were 6 and 7. Scared. All right, gave us nightmares, dude. I'll be honest with you guys. Number 3 is my favorite. Silent Hill 3 is always going to be my favorite. But 2 was good. My roommate and I in college played it. It was a good time. Absolutely good time. I can't wait to play it again. I really hope it's like not too different. Unrested is one of the best for sure. He even offered Visa sponsorship. Yeah, I was able to do it until I got juked by a couple of scammers. That kind of, man, that set me back. Ugh. Um, Silent Hill PS1 scared me. Yeah, of course, dude. It was super creepy. I couldn't believe my friend had it back in high school, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he's able to play such a scary game. This janky polygon blood. You know, back then though, it looked gritty and dark as hell. Nasty fog and creepy. The music, man. At least they got Akira Yamamoto. I almost couldn't. I was like, can you talk? At least they got him again for the soundtrack. If they didn't have him, I'd kind of be like, oh no. But hey, guys, one of them, I think it's Townfall. That's one of the other ones coming out. That's being done by God dang it, who is it? I want to say it's called No Code. The House Abandoned. Yeah, No Code. Wow, I was right. Wow, I memorized it. That's being made by No Code. And guys, I don't know if you've played a No Code game, but they are brilliant story writers. And like Townfall doesn't need to copy anything, so they're allowed to come up with totally their own story. If you don't believe me that they're incredible writers, go play their House Abandoned series, and then tell me they're not incredible. Um, just I mean, if they had zero visuals and you had to play the Silent Hill game just by the story they told, it would still be incredible. That's how good of storytellers they are. So I have high expectations for Townfall. And then I'm excited about Silent Hill F. That looks awesome. I know some people didn't like what was it, The Letter, Silent Hill, The Letter. I thought that was okay. It wasn't that bad. I thought it was interesting that they came up with the idea that Silent Hill is a mental infection or like mental disease or something like that, where it's not a place, but it is a like somewhat sort of mass hysteria. I mean, guys, mass hysteria is real. Look at Mama Max. Totally okay guy, but we all have mass hysteria. Don't quote me on that. Watch somebody clip that and be like, this is the last guy defending Mama Max. Um,
My childhood friend would put a blanket over his TV and himself and play Silent Hill full music, pitch black. He was kind of he sounds hardcore, dude. That sounds awesome. All right, that's what we're gonna do, guys. Blanket over my computer. You guys and me in a room. Humpty Dumpty, what's up? Welcome back. I just got out of the gym, but I think I hurt my back because I'm sore. Oh no, I hope you're okay, man. I have definitely injured myself working out, and it's not fun, especially the fact that you have to take time off. Thaddeus Belmont. Are you of the Belmont clan that's fought vampires for ages? Oh, I haven't been here in like 8 years. Well, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around, Thaddeus. Happy to see someone who's been with the channel that long. Am I banned or something? Oh, no, no, no. Thrustavius, what happened? Wait, hello, what up? Thrustavius, sorry. Dude, you're just, I would never ban. Nobody's ever banned. Dude, welcome and thank you for joining again. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Once I start to talk about Silent Hill, I kind of like lose all sense of everything around me. I'm kind of a nut. What can we do? Like, is there some? No, there's not. I wish there was some way I could like give you props or something like that. Oh, I can't because I'm. Wait, am I on as? Oh, I'm on as Osoroshi. Okay, sorry, I can't. I would have done something to give you hearts or something. Dumb question. Wait, what? Have you been to Don Quixote? Don Quixote. Of course. Everybody loves Don Quixote. What? It's amazing. Good prices, somewhat decent stuff. It's kind of like in between Juiceco and the dollar store. Oh, sorry, not dollar store, 100 yen store. It's like 100 yen level 2. It's pretty good. I've definitely gotten some cool stuff from there. Let's see. Is there anything I'm wearing right now that's from there? I think my bracelet. Um, I bought a bunch of stuff from there. My son's backpack's from there. I got a Dead by Daylight bag from there. That was pretty sick. It was like super cheap too. It was like $3 or something. I don't know. They've got a lot of great stuff. I love Don Quixote. Always good prices. Highly recommend if you go to Japan, find your nearest Don Quixote. Maybe don't go to the one in Dotonbori unless you're going to go on the Ferris wheel. Let's see. I made my mom play Silent Hill last night. First game she tried playing since Wave Racer in 64 in the 90s. What did she think, Thrustavius? I want to hear some feedback from a mom playing Silent Hill. Do you guys remember when they had that like commercial for Silent Hills? Or sorry, it was called PT, right? And they like made moms play it and stuff, and like they were freaked out. Sad loser. Sad loser, whenever you come here to this stream, I want you to change your username to Happy Winner. Because when you're here with me, Unrested, you're a winner. I think I'm going to put some tunes on. I made on this account soon. Might do some art later. I'll let you know. Dude, I hate calling you sad loser. I feel awful calling a viewer that. If you have any music you want to share, like if you have any like creepy stuff or anything like that, I could, well, if you're down to, like share it to have it played. I need some creepy stuff for Osoroshi Nights. And I love to shout out other creators and stuff like that. So I'll check out your channel if like you're cool with sharing any of that stuff. If you have anything that's kind of, dark ambient or anything like that. I always want to try and give any kind of artist a shout out using my channel or other channel. Do your bracelets and necklace have a meaning or are they just fat? No, they have a lot of meaning actually. Hold on, let me just make sure. I'm going to answer your question. Yeah, Castlevania. Castlevania is great. I'm a big Castlevania fan. I actually liked Castlevania, the one that came out for GameCube, that was like super tedious and platformy, where you could either play as a Belmont or like this girl that had some kind of power. I beat that game on like every level, like as hard as the hardest levels as possible. I like 100% platinum completed that game. I don't know why I was obsessed with it. It was an awful game. It was like kind of garbage as far as the Castlevanias are concerned. Sorry, I keep bumping my camera here. All right. Let me catch up. Okay, the bracelets. Okay, so if you guys ever see these in Japan, these kind of little they kind of have a really interesting, I don't know what you call it, like, I don't want to say origin or just like kind of an, in Shintoism slash Buddhism, kind of both religions overlaid. They act as a sort of torii gate for your wrist, like in the same sense, torii gate keeps out evil, right? Um, when you wear one of these, the each of the stones mean different stuff. The obsidian one I have right now is based on um, doing good in your career because it's something I always want to do. But sometimes when you're moving around or holding something, or maybe you turn your arm the wrong way or something, or you catch it on something and it breaks, when your bracelet like these break, oh, okay, I thought somebody was trying to call me. When your bracelet like this breaks, um, you it's a good sign because it means it stopped something evil or a bad omen from affecting your life. So it breaks. Do your best to collect as many beads as you can. Take it back to the repair shop. There's shops that sell this stuff. They also always repair them and have it put back together and realize like you just dodged a bullet. Like if it breaks, that means um it took like, some kind of damage for you pretty much. And also you need to replace one bead with like a different bead because at least one of them soaked up the damage from like the omen that tried to affect you. So that's the meaning for me too. I wear it for the same reason. Um, Two things I have. I wear one is a black rosary because I was actually raised, Christian Orthodox, and they do wear the rosary. I mean Christian Catholic Orthodox, sorry. And the other one is it was a rosary, but the cross broke off a long time ago. This is super old. And I replaced it with the tag in memory of a dead cat that I had. Well, it was a pet and it died a long time ago. His name was Dilly. He was very sweet and he was very close to my heart. So I keep him here close to my heart. And those are the meanings of those. I have one other bracelet too, but it's just kind of the same thing. Just proliferate in your career and dodge a bullet if it breaks. Those are the meaning behind the stuff I wear. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. Oh, what's up, Kate? Welcome back. Sokoto sensei. Not Scoopo sensei, not Skirto sensei. I am Scotto sensei. Kids used to laugh like so hard when I'd say that. They thought that was super funny. Ha, Scoopo sensei, which means like just like garden spade or skirt, just like a girl's skirt. That because they'd think that that was my name. They'd be like, "Your name is Skirt." That's very funny. 3D Cal, welcome back, bud. Glad to see. I might could do some art for that. Oh, Sad Loser, seriously, if you have any like dark ambient or anything like that that you're creating that you'd be okay with sharing, I'd love to feature it on my channel. I love using actual like viewers and local artists to, when I say local, I mean local to the channel. So I can, at least give them some kind of, I just know how hard it is to get any kind of notice of any kind of art, no matter what level of quality it is at all. Oh my God, I don't know how you're not traumatized by playing Silent Hill. I used to watch an ex play it every night, but never played because it was too scary. I understand. Uh, you kept telling her to run and she couldn't figure it out. Was she just like moving into the wall like a bad AI on a Skyrim character? That's hilarious. Hey, at least she was willing to give it a try. Props to your mom for that, dude. Oh, Sad Loser, you're a moderate thinker. Why'd you change your name to something so disheartening? Dude, you're always a happy winner in my book, bud. Okay, sorry, dude, moderate. I didn't realize like it was the same person. I had no idea. Um, oh, there's a reason you went with that name. Well, whatever the reason is, man, I hope it looks up soon, man. You deserve better. But let's talk later. Um, hit me up at the official unrested. All right. The official unrested at Gmail. All right. Hit me up there, moderate thinker. I feel much better calling you moderate thinker. Hit me up there with like any ideas you have for including your music or your art. I would be very happy to feature it on Osoroshi Nights. Have you ever played? Have you played that Steam game Murder House? Um, I haven't, but I watched my favorite streamer play it, John Wolf. John Wolf's the best. Wait, what? Wait. Hold on, I just skipped out. Wait, what? Scott, your sales prediction for GTA 6. I think it will break a record. Yeah, I think it's gonna like, blow the roof off of the industry and be the next massive. I mean, I can't see that game doing anything but mega buku bucks. People have been foaming at the mouth for ages for that game. It's okay. Like I like GTA 5. It's just the only thing I ever wish about that game is like you can create your own customized character online and there's like what scenes that you can create a customized character for, but I just wish in game you could customize your character and play the whole game as your customized character. If the game allowed you to do that or Red Dead Redemption did, I'd probably like never leave my console. That is such a cool explanation. I always wondered why my beaded bracelet that were meant to protect me break. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, when I heard that too, I was like, oh, I'm always gonna wear this, whether I believe it or not. I'm gonna wear this. Um, Speaking of dark ambient, have you ever listened to Lustmord Heresy? No, but now I'm going to write that down. 5, 6. Oh, if you like that, dude, you should check out Sui Umbra Gen. I think I spelled it right. If you like really like, this is some of my favorite dark ambient. Like they're kind of amazing. They got this song called Colmehen, I think it's spelled. Listen to that one. I was just like, whoa, this is like the scariest song I ever listened to. I love it. All right. Your mom's so scary. Pyramid Head runs away from her. Very esoteric to our group of horror lovers, but funny nonetheless, Aaron. All right, Lustmord. Hold on. I didn't finish writing that down. And you guys always give me, like, I always check all this stuff out. Bands. Lustmord. I was checking out Wormwitch and Giluka. I think I'm saying that right, Giluka. Incredible stuff, dude. I'm hooked on it. That was some suggestions from our last stream. Lustmord. Is Lustmord and Heresy two different bands, or are they? Is that the best album or something? All right. I am from 90s rock, but the darkest I got in music was Static. Static X is so good. Wisconsin Death Trip. And just all his stuff was really good. Ah, it just sucks he like passed away, man. That's another really sad situation. He was really good, dude. He had like a really unique sound where it was just like screaming and singing, but like good, like melodic metal, like new metal, melodic metal, death metal, hardcore, like just a little bit of everything mixed in. It was good. And like he's one of those bands that like every album had at least 2 or 3 songs that you're just like, I need to listen to this on repeat. It's incredible. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder. All right. Well, why does it always go down way too far? When I just like, oh well, really annoying. Dang it. Okay. I saw the Guerrero playing video. It's terrible. Do not watch it. Oh, don't watch any of that stuff, man. Oh, I would talk more about it, but then I'll get my whole stream ad blocked. My music is inspired by game music, and it's what I was trying for. Big inspiration is Nobu Uematsu. Hold on, I'm writing that name down. No. Dang it. Autocorrect on Japanese words and names drives me insane. Uematsu.
Okay. I'm gonna check it out, dude. And I want to check out some of your stuff too. This is a different account. Oh, I'm not really that sad. Okay, I'm glad, moderate thinker. I don't want you to be sad, dude. GTA 5 sucks. 4 was so much better. Love the realistic approach they went for. I mean, to each their own. It was okay. I don't know. They've all been like good. I don't think I'm like as when I played the first one. Well, if I say the first one, it's actually GTA 3. I did actually play the top-down ones a long time ago. I was playing those even when I saw it go 3D. I was like, "What first-person version of?" I guess it would be third person, wouldn't it? I was really shocked. I thought I don't know if that's gonna work. And I was like, oh yeah, this works. 5 is too arcadey. Okay. I mean, again, to each their own. No one's gonna hurt my feelings by talking bad about GTA 5. Scott, have your parents visited Japan? Yeah, a few times, like three or four times. I'm pretty sure they have been here before, but I've never heard a story about your parents being in Japan. Um, they always stay at um God dang it, what's the name of the hotel? The Intercontinental. And they have nothing but amazing things to say about that. Like they absolutely they love the customer service, they love the staff. They have nothing but amazing things to say about their time there. Um they've never really had anything bad. Like they've always had a good time. Um I'm trying to think, was there anything that they didn't like about Japan? Oh, I know, like my dad. My dad was not a big fan of how like hard it is to get like a giant steak or like a decent burger. Like he's like everything's fish food. Everything's like a salad. He's like, he was not a big fan of that. He kind of has like um he fought in the Vietnam War and like he has like bad memories of Asia. It was not fun for him. So anything like he told me stories about how um when he would be on like I don't know, what do you call it? Sorry, I should know these military terms. When you get some time off, right? And him and his friends would just want to go eat at like a local restaurant, like because they weren't good at using chopsticks, like the staff would like point at them and laugh and like make fun of them and stuff like that. And he said like it would happen at every restaurant he went to. Um, and so he's not got like good memories of using chopsticks. That was in Vietnam, though. He did go to Hiroshima. He was stationed there for a while, and he has good memories of that. Um, he was able to buy a very nice set of plates for his mother that he was able to send home. He took a lot of photos from there. Um, he, even as a military man, felt devastated by visiting Hiroshima Memorial. And he just said, like, it's absolutely incomprehensible how much suffering must have gone on during the atomic bomb. Like he said, like it's just unspeakable horror. Um, his his military time in general was hell. I mean, it was during the time that there was like a draft. He had no choice, and just he was on a destroyer that had no air condition, no heating, so they were like freezing or like sweating to death. Um, he told me stories of like how they would just be like loading shells into guns until you were so tired you'd almost like pass out next to the guns shooting and not even have trouble sleeping. Um, he did not have a good time. So he had some bad memories of Asia. So it's kind of hard for him. He's doing his best, Like, he loves Japanese people, he loves Japan, he loves my wife and my wife's family. We all get along very well. But he's doing great for how much he went through. Um, so that's maybe the only kind of downside story I have about my parents visiting. The funniest, I guess, is like my mom would memorize like ultra polite Japanese, like domo arigato gozaimasu. Like, but she got like heavy American accent. So she'd be like, domo arigato gozaimasu. And like She would say that for everything she got in Japan. Like when they'd like hand her burger at McDonald's and stuff, she'd be like, "Domo arigato gozaimasu." Like, that's like way too. Domo. Like that's all you would like really say. Arigato. Like that's it. Like so it would crack me up. I'd be like, Mom, it's not the emperor. You can chill on the politeness. Like we're at McDonald's, dude. She cracked me up. Very, very like, you know, motherly thing to do. She's like, no, I want to use the most polite manners. Japanese are always very polite. I should do the same. And she's right. You know what? She's right. I love my mom. My parents are awesome. I'll never forget that. Tomo arigato gozaimasu. I was thinking the name might not come true, so I went with Sad Loser. He who humbles himself shall be exalted too. Okay, all right. That's kind of a healthy spin on it. Tell me that email again. I got you, bud. It's if you don't get a chance to see it because chat goes too fast, it's the official unrested at gmail.com. And yes, any of you can email me there if you really want to. The official unrested at gmail.com. I used to listen to dark ambient albums pretty much every night, and Heresy is the only one ever to make me feel truly unsettled. Really? Oh no, I have to listen to it. You need to check out that Sui Umbra Genesis Comahane and tell me what you think of that. Thrustavius. Tell me what you think, dude. Check it out. Aphex Twin, very cool. Oh, they have like a new album recently? Okay. Worm Witch is great. Yeah, that's what I was listening to. Yeah, dude, Bryce, man, excellent suggestion. I loved it. Evening, Rogelio. What's up, bud? Welcome back to the stream. I'm so happy to see people that are like regulars now again. This makes me feel like a popular streamer. Salt 2 number 3. Interesting. Rhubarb. All right. Sometimes when I'm like rolling down through chat, it'll just suddenly like jump down like a million miles. I don't know why. Like there's a blue arrow you can hit to like go down to the bottom and catch up with everything, but for some reason, you know what? Why am I? Let me do this. Oh, I forgot to show you guys that. Hold on. I did this thing with the camera I'm really proud of. Where you'd be like, ooh, sick, right? Look at my high-tech skills. All right, that's too big. A little bit blurry. I've got it zoomed in a little bit. I'm still figuring out my setup. Like I've got the technology set up exactly how I want it, but I'm still not sure where to face it. I was sitting on a couch before to do this, and it was annihilating my backbone. Like every time I'd get up, I'd feel like I was 3,000 years old. Japan definitely seems like one of the best tourist experiences on earth. I'd absolutely never live there, though, because I'm lazy as hell and hate arbitrary hierarchies. And that seems like Japan is like nonstop hierarchy. Hello, Timothy. What's up? How's my evening going? Pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm in a good mood. I got some awesome viewers here. Got 2 new members who just joined, so life is good, man. How about you, Timothy? I hope you're kicking it. Glad you did it for me, Scott, vicariously. No problem, Thrustavius. Let's go for another 15 years. Visiting the atom bomb memorial in Hiroshima is one of the most life-changing places I've ever visited. Yeah, it's pretty insane. The most brutal is like if you read actual stories, there's so many stories of just like oh my god, how can one human do this to another human? Like how can we as humans be the same animal species, whatever, and divvy out cruelty in such an excess manner? It's just yikes. Oh, it did it again, man. It shot down. Impersonating your mom like she got the Blink 182 emo accent. Oh, I love my mom. My mom cracks me up. She's always like very serious, but man, she's funny, dude. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Thanks to your mom, dude. She said it to everybody, man. People hold the door on the train. Domo arigato gozaimasu. All right. Got any funny hater emails yet? Oh, dude, yeah. Well, I had that one guy recently who's like, why don't you start fake drama again on YouTube to get popular like you used to a long time ago? Now your channel's dying with 2,000 views a video. I'm like, oh. I asked, I was like, what fake drama? And he referred to a video of like Kikyo Sam and I made a video where we pretended to be like angry at each other and then just laughed and we're like, nah, just joking, guys. We're not angry. And then like we had a show together called 2.5 Majiya Bayatsura. And it was just like us talking all kinds of shit about just everything goofy in Japan. Just like not being negative or anything like that. Just like enjoying like some of the weirder stuff that Japan had, like Robot Girl Cafe, the Tokyo like tech shows that had like how would you say it? I'm trying not to push my stream into the ad block. That had robots that were made for doing the naughty. That's the best way I can say it. We just talk about all kinds of goofy stuff. It was a good time, and like I guess this guy was like really pissed off. Like he was like, well, "That's the only reason you guys got popular was because you guys pretended to fight with each other." And it's like, okay, you obviously didn't catch on that that was a joke. Um, it- it's just weird. It's weird when sometimes like people watch like their first video and then they judge your entire 15-year time on YouTube from their first video they ever saw. Um, it's okay. Did you say Gmail? Yes, Gmail at Gmail. Ambient sound was great sleeping tool. Yes, Ikram, same here, dude. I do the same thing. I actually listen to like super scary stuff to go to sleep. Like I'll listen to scary stories or I'll listen to like dark ambient or, pretty much a Silent Hill soundtrack on repeat. Remixes of it, all kinds of stuff. Banjo Kazooie. It sounded like a Banjo Kazooie character. Candice, welcome to the stream. Oh man, I remember watching your Osoroshi videos when I was probably for a second there. I almost thought it said 2.5. I was like, why are you watching Osoroshi at 2.5 years old? Stop. I'm 31 now. Hey, thanks for sticking with me for so long, Candice. I really appreciate it. Glad to see you're still doing well. Yeah, Candice, we have an Osoroshi channel now again. I just started it last week. We're making a channel solely for Osoroshi. It's called Osoroshi Nights. If you want to check it out, click on my avatar here for Osoroshi. Okay, I just left the message in chat, and you can follow that account. That's my other account. Let's see. Okay, sorry. Let me catch up. Timothy, I'm actually subscribed to you on Patreon. Ah, yeah, I gotta shut that down. Crap. Yeah, Timothy. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, dude, I gotta shut that down. Patreon used to be awesome. It used to work out really well, but switching it from Japan back to America is like a pain. Yeah. If you could switch over to membership here, that would be way better. I think I'm not sure which one's more expensive or cheaper. Yeah, I don't know, man. The hardest thing with like Patreon is like I hate having to make a series of videos here and then to make them for there, I have to like do all these things to like make the video so people can't see it. Whereas like if I do it here, if I make a members video here, I literally just like click who can see members. And then it's easy for me to make a members video every single week. But on Patreon, it's like, okay, let's see. All right, I gotta unlist, make sure it's unlisted and that it can't be shared from that unlisted. Copy the link from there, put it over there, send an email out, let everybody know there's a new video out on Patreon. Hope they find it on there, and then I can service members much better on here if that is that the proper way to say it. Service members. I can give the best service possible for members here directly on YouTube. I can give them more to watch and more to do here. I feel much better about it. Skeletor, what's up? Welcome back, man. Glad to see another regular. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, Luna and Cola. Luna, welcome to the stream. Glad to see another member here, especially you. You've been around for a while. Low emotional intelligence sadly allows people to do some really horrid stuff indeed, sadly. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, if like people attack me on my channel, like my channel's pretty like low key, not very controversial. I don't know, maybe I have some hard takes on video games, but that's about it. Like I don't get into like heavy politics or anything like that. If my channel is offensive, um, you're looking to get angry. Sorry, I got an itch. I did have someone the other day come on and like actually I settled with this guy. Like I stopped like we were kind of like going back and forth in the comments, but he told me a story about how he had lived in Asia for a while, and I was like, brother, we've shared a lot of the same struggles. Why are we yelling at each other? And he was like, yeah, you're right. Um, we were talking about the Assassin's Creed thing. I just like, yeah, I think it's garbage that they're not letting you be a Japanese person in the Japanese Assassin's Creed. Um, and he was just like, another weeaboo who knows nothing about Japan speaks for that country. And I was like, yo, I've lived there 16 years. Timothy, thank you. Thank you. Why you did it that fast, dude? You rock, man. Timothy, dude. Thank you, seriously. You've taken a little bit of time out of your day to make my day even better, and that is appreciated, Timothy. 3 members in one night, dude. You guys are making me a very happy man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, New Digital Circus episode. What is Digital Circus? I don't think I've ever watched that. I'll have to check that out. It's another thing I need to write down. What's your opinion on America in general since coming back here? I've kind of talked about this on my channel. Actually, I think I talked about it in a members video. I didn't really like. It's a little bit controversial. I don't like how America seems to be extremely divided in a way that they're like a team, like they're teaming up on politics. Like they're like, you're either left or right. You got to choose a side and fight for it. Well, yeah, that's what you got to do, man. You got to choose a side and fight for it. Like, why, dude? Why? And like, why do you have to be so angry at the other side? Someone's got opposing views to you. They're different. Why? Like, I don't like this whole thing, like wishing death on each other just for like their political affiliation. Like, why, dude? It never used to be like that. In the 90s, am I still on? It just told me OBS disconnected. Oh, what the heck? My ping is really high. Hey guys, I just got like a message that it said OBS disconnected, OBS successfully reconnected. Let me know if I'm good. Okay, I'm still on. Okay, thank you, Skeletor. Yeah, dude, I don't like this whole like choosing a side and sticking to it. Like, there's a guy in my neighborhood who was like, vote for Trump in 2024, make liberals cry again. Like, look, whoever you vote for, I don't care. It's fine. You're a Trump fan, you're a Kamala Harris fan, that's fine. Like, I don't want to see either side cry. Like, I don't want to see either side like in pain or grieving because of who wins. Like, why would you put something up like that about your fellow American? Like, make people cry again. Like, why? That's really what you want. Like, you want whoever's elected to make the opposite side cry. Like, I don't want to see bad on either side of America. Like, I want to see both sides happy. I know that can't happen because of whoever they elect, but I don't want to be seeing people pushed to tears. Like, why would we wish stuff that like that on our fellow American? Why? Like, you know, like, and then like liberals on the other side saying stuff like, you know, oh, when Trump don't win, everybody's gonna be on that copian moping about Trump that he didn't win, and it's just like, dude, why do you want to see it? Like, you want to see people moping around? Like, you want to really see people upset and like angry and like, why, dude? Like, can't we have our own religious beliefs, political beliefs, personal beliefs, philosophical beliefs, creed, code, whatever you follow, and still love our fellow American. Like, why? Like, why do we have to like choose a team and use that as a hate against the other side? Like, why now? Um, I feel like the internet's turned everybody into like political monsters, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Like to Japanese people, it looks like insane. They're just like, why are people so upset about this stuff? Like, who cares? Like, you're every politician's evil and stupid. I hate it. I hate seeing people. I hate seeing hate. I'm sad to see people sad. Like, I don't want to see. Like, I wish there was a president we could elect that wasn't part of either side of the political, landscape. It's just, it's sad, dude. People feel like they're playing for a team. If you only knew the captain of both teams was out to get you, would you still be part of that team? Because that's all politicians are. They're out to milk you for everything, or out to use you for everything, to line their pockets first, line their fellow friends that are politicians with money, and then line their families' pockets with money. Oh, yeah, and maybe one day they might do something a little better for the country. They'll think about you after they're, as rich as can be. Then they'll think about us. Politicians don't care about us. There's no politician, I don't care left or right side. They all care about themselves, care about their friends, care about their money, care about their bank, you know, care about that next big lobbyist who's going to dump truck a bunch of money into their pocket. And that's about it, man. They don't really give a crap about us. Um, I don't know why anybody's under the premonition that they have our best interest in mind, because they don't. Neither side has our best interest in mind. They've got their best interest in mind. They've got their financial plan in mind, They've got their care for themselves and care for their family in mind. They don't care about you. We're rats to them. I lagged for a minute. Okay, yeah, it told me I like totally disconnected. I was like disconnected, unable to reconnect, successfully reconnected. Oh, playing with my emotions, OBS. Hello, Alexis. Welcome back. Glad to see you. All right. Yeah, the tribalism seems to be wild now. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, dude. It's painful to watch, you know? I don't like how politics are affecting education too. I hate that, dude. Please don't touch our education system. You've not done anything good for it. We're still ranked very low in the entire world. Um, so why are you doing this? Um, how about you let people who are actually in education dictate how we educate, not politicians who've never taught, never been in a classroom. The last time they saw one was when, they graduated from college like 50 years ago. Um, Rake, what's up? I got that right? Rake? That's how I'm supposed to pronounce it. I want to make sure I do really, really want to make sure I pronounce everybody's stuff correctly. It isn't about the same people as a nation. It's about, oh no, I already read that one. Wow, and just jumped all the way to the bottom again. All right. Yeah, I imagine it can be quite jarring living here compared to 5 years ago. I think social media drove people crazy to the point where the country is unrecognizable sometimes. It's just sad, man. It's just sad. It's sad to see people like, even within like video games and stuff too. Like, why can't we just enjoy video games together? Like, why do we have to use those as a political battleground as well, man? Please, man. Like, leave that. I don't know why everything's got to be affected in some way by people's political decisions. Like, let anything that's creative based just be creative. Jesus said, love your enemy. Come on, people. Yeah, I mean, the golden rule, right? I don't care what your background, religious belief, your philosophy, your politics. The golden rule should still be number one. And treat others as you want to be treated. Do you really you want to cry? That's why you want to see other people cry? The best presidential sign I've seen in the last couple years, it's actually just been put up not too long ago in a neighbor's yard near me. It just says, "My dog for president in 2024." It's the best one. "My dog for president in 2024." Definitely that dog would do better than any candidate. Definitely. Also thought I would share my TTRPG story. I didn't get into it until I was an adult, and the light bulb that went off in my brain was, this is like a board game version of Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah, that's a pretty good description. I'm glad you're into it. What do you play, Timothy? Let us know which ones you're playing. Keeping up with the news is like wondering how it's going to end. Got wars brewing and stuff, and economy going to crap, whole bunch of stuff. You're one of the ones I watch to take a break from the news. Yeah, that's why I try not to get like too political and stuff like that. If I'm going to be political at all, I'm going to talk about Japanese politics that have nothing to do with us. Developing a campaign in the Ivalice setting. I don't know that say. What game system is that part of? Lesser Evil. It's called A Government, Sensei, to govern us. Mexico has its first lady president. Good for Mexico. I don't know. I understand. I'm not one of these people who's like, anarchy. I just wish there was no government and we had anarchy, because anarchy is not possible. Anarchy would just lead to like mass chaos and death. I realize we need a government. Like, I'm not, some punk rock idiot who's like, anarchy forever, bruh. Like, why can't we just govern ourselves? No, it's not going to work. We need people to handle a lot of these, heavy economic systems, legislation, stuff like that. Like, I get it, but it doesn't have to be, you know, my team's the best, it's going to kick your team's butt type of situation. We've got to find some kind of middle road. We got to come together and like love our neighbor. Um, yeah, you become jaded to this stuff. Yeah, me too, man. I just don't want to. If anybody tries to engage me and like, why would you want to vote for that person? Why would you care? Like, it's like, don't talk to me about this. I'm listed as non-affiliated party, like no party. I will vote, yeah, I will, but I'm not joining anybody's party or anything like that. The only party I'm joining is an RPG campaign. I heard this one recently. Idolizing a politician is like believing the stripper really likes you. Great analogy. What? People, strippers are people too. Yeah, no. It's nothing against strippers. It's it's just saying, like, when they're dancing up on you, it doesn't mean they're falling in love with you. It just means they want more money in their pocket, just like a politician. I just want to ask them, who always hate each other? Has anything they've done made their life better? Yeah, they would find some kind of like hamstrung logic to be like, oh yeah, well, I mean, like, I voted for this and look how much better this is doing. And you're like, what about the 5,000 other things that didn't get better? Um, we do have a lady president. That's awesome. I don't keep up with politics at all. It stresses me out. Yeah, dude. Ugh. I don't like it either, but people are, sadly, some people can't poop without them telling them. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Why people are religious zealots. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, some people need like a rule book in their life. And like, I get that. I understand, and give some people comfort. And we do need rules, right? We do need rules. We need laws. We need police. Um, you know, of course, like I said, anarchy is just idiocy. I mean, they're one and the same. There's no such thing as like controlled chaos, right? Um, but at the same time, like, I don't understand why people love to find a reason to be angry at other people. Like, they love to dig into anything that will give them ammo to hate. Um, why is it so easy for people to look up all kinds of information or be steered in a direction of a certain type of information to figure out new ways to hate things and people when, our focus should be like loving one another. Oh well, I'm being an idealistic idiot. No, no such thing. I live in the UK, and this disparity between any decent politician can never be higher. I don't vote anymore. Yeah, yeah, like there's no such thing as a good politician. I think some people know that, but doesn't mean that wouldn't happen. People ask for way too much. Nature is controlled chaos. Yeah, but nature's got Mother Nature behind it. Like nature has had billions of years to cultivate itself into controlled chaos. We as humans are a drop of water in the ocean of existence. We are not about to be anywhere close to being free spirits. Let's put it that way. They are haters. Anyway, a non-political question. Are you into Japanese tea or tea culture? Actually, my sister-in-law is the highest level of tea ceremony performer. She went through like classes for ages to reach the highest level. I have been to a tea ceremony. I have enjoyed it. It was out in Kyoto, and it was at um, God dang it, what's the name of it? I can't remember the full name, but it pretty much means like gold castle or gold temple. And there is a beautiful little koi pond that you cross that is a bridge of just like rocks that are stepstones across it. You get across there. There is a very old fashioned but very well kept um, Showa era Japanese house there. And we are talking everything is straw mats, tatami mat. Everything is paper doors. Um, there is an ultra sense of minimalism inside there, like an entire room hosts only one vase with topiary art inside, which would be something like a bonsai or, just topiary art is flower based art. And you get in there, the pillows are the only thing on the floor to sit on. You kneel down on those. Two ladies come out. One is the assistant and one is the main ceremony guide. Um, there is multiple steps to it of like whisking the tea until it becomes like frothy, which gives it a completely different flavor. Very, very smooth, creamy flavor that you wouldn't expect green tea to have. Um, very strong, very high caffeinated, very bitter, um, mixed with the contrast of an azuki bean pastry. And if you don't know, azuki bean is pretty much like a very sweet bean. It's wonderful to taste, especially smashed up and pushed into a confectionery. And what you do is you take a sip of this tea, take a bite off of your confectionery, and balance it with this incredible bitter to ultra sweet contrast that accentuates the flavors of each thing. Um, it's weird, even though it's super high in caffeine, and is kind of a wake me up, drinking it as like a creamy, frothy drink really makes it go down easy. Like if you ever drink like cold green tea, like straight out of a vending machine on an empty stomach, you might find yourself with an upset stomach. Um, you might find it kind of hard to eat anything after doing that because it can be like a sudden hunger shutdown. If you've ever taken the diet pill Stacker 3, it's actually filled up with a lot of green tea because it's a suppressant. But with that, you almost feel like it's a palate cleanser to be able to fully enjoy the sweetness and richness of the azuki bean confectionery you're about to eat with it. It's very quiet. Um, it's methodical and slow. The art of it is taking almost like a meditation type view of the tea making process. Um, my friend, I was there with two friends when we did it, and both of us, we really enjoyed it. We thought it was really nice. With one friend there, he was like absolutely overtaken with it. Like he was like, "It's so amazing." so deeply moved by it. He kept, oh, wow, he must have, I mean, I think he like started to learn some stuff about the art and everything before he finally left Japan, but like it was like life changing for him. He like got deep into it after. He's like, I can't believe how centered I feel after drinking that and eating, and it's amazing. It's so calming. What an amazing effect. Oh, whoa. All right, bud. You go for it, dude. And I think that's what people find in it. That's the beauty people find in it. I mean, even if you're not a person who meditates, even if you're not a person who is into culinary arts or anything like that, I think you would nonetheless enjoy the artistic display of preparation, of guidance from assistant to host, um, the artistic style that goes behind creating the tea and everything. It's a very beautiful ceremony. Um, Definitely an enriching cultural and traditional experience that I feel like everybody should partake in if they check out Japan. Kinkuji, yeah, that's the one 3D Cal. Thank you. Okay. Starfinder. I want to play Starfinder. I I was always when I found out that Pathfinder had a sci-fi version, I really was like excited. I want to buy the book. It's such a huge, massive book. Currently on hiatus. Okay, D&D Fifth Edition. Ivalice is the setting of Final Fantasy Tactics. Vagrant Story. Well, I haven't heard that one brought up in a long time. So you're playing a custom campaign based on a setting of FF Tactics and um, Vagrant Story. That sounds amazing, dude. That sounds super fun, dude. I wonder if the hate comes from hating themselves. Yeah, I think there's certain aspects of it that is like reflective, um, where there's parts of themselves that they see as weak. And I'm talking about both sides. Um, I just I hate the fact that both sides talk about peace and free. I want peace and freedom again, and it's like, then why are you using hate to get there? You know. Let's see. Um, Hate comes from ignorance. Yeah, I agree. That's very true. The earth is both good and bad, and I think Mother Nature is more fair on the whole than mankind. Yeah, I'd say definitely true. All right. Oh boy, we got some shouts from both sides of the political uh uh split fries. Welcome to the stream. You know, Republicans voting for Kamala. All right. I've heard, yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, you know, I don't want to jump on either bandwagon right now. Um, they're ignorant of themselves. I think that's very true. I think on both sides, there's people ignorant of themselves, or believe themselves infallible on both sides. I'm sure that's quite an experience. People need to be stronger and more aware and informed on what's going on around the world. I agree with you on that. I like minimalism. It helps me think clearly. Yeah, I mean, for me, um, I try to keep my setup in life as minimal as possible. Um, Probably the biggest amount of clutter I have is just putting up art because I enjoy art. But if I don't do it, like having ADHD, it just messes with my everyday. Okay, crazy story time. Oh boy, Aaron, we're gonna read this one out loud. When I was young, I went to a strip club and got a lap dance from a girl named Porsche. I asked, "Do you call yourself Porsche because, like the car, you have a great body?" And she asked, "What does Porsche have to do with cars?" I've never been back to the strip club ever since. She just liked the name Porsche. She didn't know it had anything to do with cars. Interesting. I wonder where she must have just met another girl who called herself Porsche and was like, "Oh, that girl's pretty. I'm gonna call myself Porsche too to look like her." I really love green tea and matcha coffee. Coffee also, yeah. Have you guys ever seen the show Tokyo Vice? If I remember correctly, the Yakuza do tea ceremonies. Just a heads up, Vice um, the magazine slash vlog, whatever, they don't really know much about Japan. Like a lot of their stuff that they do on Japan is like not very legit. I don't know if you saw their thing they did about manga shops, but it was so poorly done that they blocked viewership in Japan because they got called out so much on how like incorrect they were about the whole. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of. I used to be a big fan of Vice back when they used to do like actual, like sort of guerrilla interviews and wild broadcast myself go to North Korea. Like that was a good Vice episode, but they kind of got pretty sloppy with a lot of the reporting after a while. That's why they're bankrupt right now, I think. Your friend found the light through the tea. Yeah, that's fine, man. I started writing a tabletop game a while back, but I've never played one except one time I sat in on someone's game. Yeah, that's me too, moderate thinker. I've been working on a tabletop role playing game for like 10 plus years. Your art is your meditation. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it really is for me. Like people would always ask, like, how can you do it for that long? Or like, how can you like, draw the stuff you draw? And it's just like you get focused on it. Like it becomes like your center. And like it does, it blocks out like all the noise, all the, problems weighing on you. Just it lets you become your meditative focus. The way you describe Japanese culture is so amazing to hear, man. I sometimes even feel embarrassed because you make me think maybe I should more enjoy the culture of my own country. Arigato. Oh, you're welcome, Kate. That's very nice of you to say. I saw your comment on my story about catching up with my family, the story of like, some of the struggles my nephew had. And I really appreciate that. It was a very kind comment. I was kind of like, should I talk about this? I don't know. But discussing stuff with my members is always, like I always say, it's like a circle of friends that I never feel shy or upset about. Like I just like discussing stuff like that with you guys, and comments like yours like keep me going, keep me motivated. I recently read something that said in Japan there's a huge debate over King of the Hill and whether they should watch it dubbed or subbed. I just have to say that I absolutely love that. Oh, really? Who would do Boomhauer? That's interesting. Yeah, I don't think it should be dubbed, right? Because that I mean a lot of that stuff just wouldn't make sense. Like it's like if there was like an Inaka, countryside Japanese show that used countryside terms that, even urban parts of Japan might not even know. We shouldn't try to dub back over that and replace it with country English words because they just wouldn't match. You know what I mean? Like think about who's going to do Boomhauer. That's such an interesting thing. Like what a obscure topic, yet still extremely interesting. Don the Con will get his karma. Jamaba sub for sure. Hooyah. Welcome, Mushroom Demon. Welcome to the stream. Sub for sure. Who we subbing for? Is it me subbing on my channel? If you are, thank you. If you're a new sub, thanks. I appreciate it. All right, what time are we at right now? 9:43. I'm starting to wind down. I'm starting to burn out a little bit here, guys. We've been going since about 7:30 or so, and I'm starting to feel the collapse of my awakeness. That's mostly because it's a Friday night, so I had a full day at work before this. My pretty strong run through will be tomorrow on Saturday when I can get back some of my recharge from a good night's sleep that goes past 6 a.m. Um, I see. You guys aren't talking about subbing to a channel. Subbed. Yeah, exactly, right? Okay, I'm glad everybody agrees. Okay, we're all on the same page. Yeah, dubbing it wouldn't make any sense. That wouldn't make any sense. That would kill it. Like you can't do Boomhauer in Japanese. I can't even imagine like how would that work? Anyway, I'm gonna finish up some dinner here and start to wind down. One thing I will kind of ask you guys if you get a chance, any of you who have Phasmophobia, my friend Dan and we are looking to play. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow night or Sunday night. As you might know, Phasmophobia, ghost hunting game. And it has quite a few. I noticed now that I've played the new version of it, the new update. It has a lot of Japanese stuff in it. Like there's, uh, hold on, give me a second. I think I've got it all saved. Hold on. Let me see. It should be in screenshots. Ah, I did do it, man. I'm a smarty pants. All right, so listen to how many of these it's got. It's got Yurei, Oni, Yokai, Goryo, Onryo, Obake, Raiju. Um, is that everything? And it's got some other Asian-based ones, such as the Jin, the Myling, which I think the Myling is, I want to say it's like Indonesia. I'm not totally sure. So there's like a bunch of Eastern horror now in it. It is kind of funny because there's some stuff like, okay, so a Yurei is just all ghosts. Onryo is an angry female ghost, so an Onryo would be a Yurei. So saying Yurei already like covers Onryo, but I get it, like it's okay. Um, or for example, Obake. Obake just means like monster. So an Oni is an Obake. An Oni is like a demon or an ogre, which is a monster. Um, and like a yokai kind of covers everything. Like a yokai is an Oni, a yokai is an Obake. Like so, it's okay though. I forgive them. I like the fact that they put so much work into having so many different types of ghosts and stuff. Raiju is kind of a weird one. That's like a miniature kaiju, like a mini electric kaiju. So Raiju is kind of interesting that they added that there. I like it though. I like the exploration of Eastern horror put into a Western setting. Um, so I am going to do a video one day on Osoroshi about the different types of ghosts in there. I'm not going to talk about the game a bunch because it's like you play one um, Phasmophobia run through. It's kind of like not too different from all the other ones. Um, but I want to talk about these ghosts. I like the fact that they have so many different ones and they've chosen a lot from Japanese. Oh, but I'm losing track here. That's why I need to get some sleep. But if any of you have the game Phasmophobia, my friend Dan and you might know as Cursed Urban, we're going to be playing through together, and we may have a chance to get to like add some viewers. Of course, members are going to get like first dibs on joining, but of course, anyone's welcome if we have room and if there's time and if connections work okay. The good news is I have figured out how to stop the stream from slowing down to a crawl. Um, and we are able to stream it straight from my computer or my stream to you guys. Oh, unfinished set. Welcome to the stream. Is it true that they banned tourists from certain parts of Japan? I think what you're talking about is there's an area of Kyoto where geisha and Maiko is like a geisha in training. Um, they have to get to their jobs, and apparently on the walk to their jobs, tourists kept coming up to them and being like, "Hey, let's take a picture together." Hey, and like they had to block that area off because it was like literally making them late for their job. And like I don't know if you know, but that's a pretty strict discipline. It was kind of pissing them off, and I think they have every right to be pissed off in that situation. So yes, they did block that area off. Whoa, Deko-chan. Oh no, what's wrong? You hungry? You already had a million snacks and a bunch of food, you big chubby baby. Um, I think it's funny how Victor mentions you. He is a funny guy dealing with road rage. That was scary when I watched that road rage video. Like I was worried for him. Um, Victor's awesome, nice guy, great conversations, always intellectual, always a great topic idea creator person. He's always got some interesting takes. Um, I've enjoyed a long friendship with him, and
I think he has a lot of great insight that even escapes me. That like I'm just like, oh, I never even thought about it that way. So, but I was concerned with his road rage incident. If you guys haven't seen the video, you should watch it. I highly recommend in any country not getting out of your car to confront anybody. I don't want to, yeah. I don't want to judge him too much because I understand I've been angry before too. I'm sure I've yelled some naughty words, but just be careful out there, everybody. Just be careful. Even in Japan, people can hold knives. So, um, oh, Kate, throwing down all the kanji on those. I'm glad you're excited. I think you're gonna like it when I cover this. I want to rant real quick about how do people drink whiskey? It's so nasty. Have you had good Suntory whiskey, like long-term aged, distilled, like good Suntory? You should try it out. You might be okay. Throw a couple of ice cubes in there, drink it straight on the rocks, and give it another chance, Humpty. I think you'll be okay. I think you'll like it. Um, yeah, it was cool to just chill with you guys. I look forward to it, man. It's all, like I said, having these streams is like chilling with a bunch of good friends, and I look forward to it every weekend. Um, do you know Ryan Boundless? I mean, have you met him? I found him because you mentioned him before. I've never met him IRL. We've talked back and forth. Like we've actually messaged. Um, I don't think I've actually talked to him on a stream or anything like that, but we've had some conversations, and of course we've had connections through other J vloggers and stuff. I think overall Ryan's okay. I think he's had a rough run at points in his life. I'm a little bit confused why he's living out of his car right now. I don't know. I don't know if that's like a money saving adventure or what's going on, but I wish Ryan all the best. If I ever ran into him in Florida, because he lives in Florida now, I will do an on the spot interview, I promise. Make it Suntory time, yeah. Suntory Toki is one of my favorite whiskeys. It's good. I'm not a whiskey fan, and I still think Suntory is a good whiskey. My favorite whiskey is Lagavulin Single Malt 16-year in the woods. It's superb. Sounds amazing. All right. Yeah, it's gotta smell. That can't, like, it's in Miami, dude. I don't understand how you don't die from heat stroke. All right, guys. I love you all. You guys have been awesome. Always a fun night just chatting, hanging out. And let's try to meet up around the same time tomorrow night. I hope you guys are all down. And let's try to do some Phasmophobia. I hope I can get a couple of you online to join. And the only thing I'd ask, don't be shy. All right? Don't be shy. If you're going to come on and you're going to join, don't be afraid to use that mic, okay? We'd like you to be able to talk if you do jump on, all right? And just remember, YouTubers are just as smart and dumb and just as, um, sometimes just as shy and just as introverted and extroverted as you are, okay? None of us are anything special. So don't be afraid to come on and hang out and talk with us and ghost hunt. And yeah, guys, have a great night, okay? Hope to see you all again